Hey, alright, Marcus? Just give us a minute to get set up. I'm trying to see if I can get the thread of all the comments coming through on my other device, if it decides it's going to come on. Right, let's see what's happening. Are you alright, level up? Thanks for joining. Are you alright, Suffolk Piper? How's things? Are you alright, PT Daily? Yeah, Marcus, I've just had a Chinese tonight. By the time I got finished at 7 and Karen met us from work, so we just decided to have a takeaway. You're alright? Curmudgeon Piper, how's things? I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm getting used to these shifts again. So, been too spoiled over the last few years and not had to do them, but I'm getting there. Red onion now. How many's coming to the barbecue? I've got the lighting sorted out in here as well. No, it's in oh. No, it's in Two seconds. Killing there. No, I'm in the conservatory. I will be. I just thought I would get everything sorted out and then I would light a pipe. I still need to get a lot of stuff done in the man cave. I need to get some decent lighting and everything in there. And I was in there earlier today to test the Wi-Fi signal and I'm getting a good signal in there. So hopefully, once I get things sorted in there and get the couch and everything in, I can actually start doing videos in there. Are you alright, Sam? Always the gun. Rope's too slow and candlestick's too messy. Need to be nice and quick. Well, anyway, I'm going to be smoking some Ennerdale Flake in the Wessex. Colonel Mustard, definitely. You know, the strange thing is that's a game I've never played, Cluedo, or Clue, whichever one. I always wanted it as a kid, but it's the one I never ever got to play. Are you alright? Thanks for joining. I've got my single malt ready. Yeah, Sam, it's so much better. Unbelievably better. It's so fast. I mean, normally it was taking me about 3 hours to do a 10-minute video, and now I'm literally 15 minutes. Are you alright, Steve? I know you did, Marcus, I know. I just didn't like the idea of the 2-year contract. That's because with us just starting a new job and everything, it was just something I didn't really want to get into at the time being. But I got a really good deal, and it wasn't going to be that much more than what I was paying now. So, and I got the actual contract lowered, so it's not 2 years, which is a good thing. Sorry, it's not that, it's me. I've got this cough back again. Oh, you're on nights, Steve. I don't dread you that. I absolutely love Ennerdale Flake. I got it as a sample months ago, and when I smoked it, it instantly reminded us of the Sunday mornings when I used to go to my granddad's, because I think it's got that classic pipe tobacco smell about it, which I love. And it took us a while to actually find out, because every time I used to go and ask for it, because it was only called brown aromatic flake, and I kept forgetting to ask who made it. And the other week I just happened to get a couple of tins in on the off chance to try, and lo and behold, yeah, I think it's a bit like Clan. I mean, I know Clan seems to get a lot of sort of hatred from a lot of pipers, yet that's another one that I find quite nice, and yet I struggle with such as St. Bruno and Condor, yet stuff like this and the Clan I really like. So it's weird how people's tastes are different. Well, cheers everybody. Thanks for coming along. I've got some cock-a-hoop. I don't know if that's coming through backwards or the right way around on your side, but it looks backwards here. Oh, it'll take a lot to get the hair off my feet, I can tell you. I will, Steve. Cheers. Well, I was hoping that the parcel from Cup of Joe's would have arrived today. Then I wouldn't have felt guilty about doing a yabo while Eric's flying over the Atlantic at the moment. This is really good stuff. It's Jennings, but it's actually part of the Marston's Brewery Company, and it's a lovely, lovely pale ale. Anybody got a ball on the go? Oh, I've got the whiskey as well. This one here, the Cowlila, it's a 12-year-old, but I got it in 2004, and I didn't open it until last year. So I tend to drink this when I'm smoking a non-latakia, because obviously the sort of peatiness of this whiskey if you've got it like a Kia as well, it's just a smoke overload. So this is just quite nice with like a Virginia or St. Bruno, that type of thing. And the best cure for toothache ever. All the best, Thomas. How's things, Aces? Hope all's well. I really need to start getting everybody's names because I keep forgetting who's who, and I need to start making a list up, I think. A conservative is just like basically a bit like a greenhouse that's stuck on the back of your back of your house. Too cold in the winter and too hot in the summer. Ah, Lewis. Now we know who you are. How are you doing, my friend? Hope all's well over there. Yeah, like an orangery, that type of thing, so... Have you seen Mel lately, Lewis? I can't believe how good the picture is because the last time I did a live it was really pixelated and breaking up and it was pretty crappy actually. Right, well say hi to him for us. Have you been breaking in that 6737 Ellie? Pardon me. Lewis, it'll take on a fantastic colour. The one I've got's under a year old and it's just a gorgeous sort of chestnut brown. Hi Piper 69. This Piper's the one that I got off Corvette Jim Piper. He put up for adoption a couple of weeks ago. And I was looking at this style online and obviously when I saw Jim had it, I had to have it. It's a Wessex Bristol and it's an absolutely fantastic smoker. Love it to bits. I mean it's so clean. I was quite surprised when I actually got it off Jim. Are you alright, Onion? How's things? That's good to hear. Well, I can't remember who suggested the light that I've got on the wall, the bulb shattered in the fitting, and somebody suggested to use a potato. I can't remember who it is. I'm not sure if it was James, or it might have been, was it you, Sam? And I actually stuck the potato into the bayonet, and it actually got the bulb out, so I've been able to replace it. So whoever it was, thanks a lot. It was you, Sam, yeah? Hi Alex, how's things? Yep, it came straight out, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that's definitely one for the books. Never heard of that before. Good to hear. Is the new job going well? I'm good, thanks, Jimmy. I know it's great to be able to do lives and not have a crappy internet anymore. Yeah, we used to do tricks like that when we were kids. It was used to be worse at sort of bonfire night, because we used to get the crackers and we used to put them up the cars, exhaust pipes, and obviously you'd be laid in bed in the morning, you'd hear these things going off in the cars as they were driving up the streets. Yeah, so yeah, we were little sods when we were kids. That's good to hear, Alex. A 101 uses for a potato. Everything but chips. Well, I thought Ollie might have been in. Usually haunts us when I come through here for a pipe. One second. I'm back. In reference to the Slain t-shirt that I had on the other day, this is the first book that you need to look out for. It's The Warrior's Dawn, and it sort of pretty much starts this right from the start. And again, it's got some pretty fantastic artwork in there. It's not been too bad. It was raining a bit tonight when I left at 7, but it's been quite warm actually. Suffolk, definitely try it. I'm smoking some Ennerdale Flake tonight, one of my definite favourites. Sorry, I've got to nip off again, 2 seconds. Wow, this is really eating my palate. Two seconds. Oh, sorry about that. I've just had to grab the charger. Probably make a mess of it now. Right, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I started reading slang when I was a kid, and I mean it's still going now in the weekly comic, but I mean it's launched the careers of so many artists, Glenn Fabry, Simon Bisley, but I think when it went colour, it lost sort of some of that grittiness, if you like. But yeah, the first one's called Warrior's Dawn. Right, I'm going to have to catch up with people's comments. Let's have a look. No, this cocker hoop isn't bitter. It's quite nice actually. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, it's one of my favourite t-shirts actually, because it's actually that picture that's on the t-shirt, and when I was at school I actually recreated this, and I did it all in coloured pencil, and it was pretty cool because the art teacher thought that I'd done it out of my head, but I hadn't. I just copied that. So that was a bit of a sneaky one from me. Well, there's always been a bit of an argument about the character, because some say, is he Irish? Some say, is he Scottish? There's others argue that he's Welsh. But obviously it all sort of takes place before sort of the Irish Sea was formed, really. So it's sort of a bit of a funny character, really. But I always thought of him as sort of a Celt, so just basically being from Scottish origin. But I think the writer took a little bit from sort of different characters, sort of like from all the Celtish legends, that type of thing. Are you alright, Bulldog Piper? Ooh. Wrecking the place. Well, I've got my charger in, but it keeps telling us it's low battery, so I hope I'm not going to lose the signal. Oh, that's cool. Whereabouts? Yeah, I like the bulldog shape as well. Well, I go for it. That's the good thing about these live chats. You can all sort of have a chat amongst yourselves as well. You don't just have to talk to me. Go for it, Lewis. Right. Well, I'm about 25 minutes drive from Sunderland. That's what I like about the live chats, is sort of you can sort of have a little Q&A amongst each other. And I mean, I was watching matches live a while ago, and the comments were just blasting past so fast. I mean, it was just literally so hard to try and keep up. And it was, if you were asking matches a question, there's just no way on earth it was going to get answered, because they were just scrolling through so quick. And it sort of ruined it a little bit, because you were trying to like talk to other people as well who were on the chat, and they just got lost. I think any more than sort of 30 people, and then you really are struggling to sort of keep on top of it. It's always nice to ask first, Lewis, you're right. But I certainly don't mind. Cheers. Are you alright, Paul? It's funny because Sunderland's not really somewhere that I used to go to a lot because it wasn't easy for me to get there. It was always easier for me to get to Newcastle because it was pretty much a straight bus all the way. But when I used to go around the chemists and everything with work, a lot of the time I used to go around that area, and so I sort of got to know my way around quite well. Certainly somewhere I'd never driven through in the car until obviously I was in my last job. Not yet, Alex. I was up there the other day because we had a lot of rain there, so I had to go up and sort of tidy it all up. But I am hoping to get the new roof put on once the weather gets nice, and so it'll be nice if I can get a signal up there as well and be able to do some videos up there again. Oh, Newcastle's fantastic for a night out. Strangely enough, I've never been for a drink in Sunderland, but yeah, I do really like to go drinking in Newcastle when I can. There used to be a great bus company in the town I've come from, and they used to do the Saturday night trips, so you could sort of pay a few pounds. They would take you up to the nightclubs and then come and pick you up at 2 o'clock, and it used to be absolutely brilliant. Suffolk, it's getting there. I was in there earlier on today having a look around. I'm hoping once sort of get Easter out the way, we're thinking about getting a new sofa. So I'm sort of looking to put the old one in there, maybe get some flooring put down, and I want somebody to come in and have a look at the electrics and get some lighting and everything put in there. So hopefully this summer I might get it dealt with and sorted out. But I've been looking for some kitchen units and worktops for the back, because I thought if I can get some cupboard spaces and something up on the wall as well, and a little bit of worktop on there, then I've got somewhere to sort of set up a kettle and that type of thing. So, but yeah, it's getting there. It's been a long cold winter. Every time you try to think about going out and doing something, it's either windy or blowing a gale, and you just can't be bothered when you get out there because it's freezing cold. Oh yes, you've got to have the kettles in. It's funny because I saw a retro style fridge a few weeks ago, and like a 1950s style, and I thought, yeah, that would be great for to put all the drink in the garage, but I didn't dare buy it. Be nice if I can have a pipe club meeting in there sometime. That's my goal this year. Get Cobbett of the Shire and a couple of other lads down. No, a kettle is what you boil water in to make coffee or tea. Steve, take care of yourself. Have a great shift. Mind what you're doing. And have a great weekend. See you later, mate. I used to live in Great Yarmouth. Hiya, Tim. How's things? You're welcome, Steve. Take care, mate. Tim, have you been pressing any more tobacco? Hiya, Ralph. Are you alright? Yeah, I've got the bag end blend in the press. I've had it in there all week. I did the last turn this morning. That's it now. I'm just going to let it sit for a week. I'm good, thanks, Ralph. Yeah, gets the old wrist going, doesn't it? Hi, Kirk. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, Suffolk. I lived there for about 3 years, and I used to work in a place in Norwich. And then I started working in the college at Great Yarmouth. I was working as part of a team for the ESOL class, which was helping the Portuguese community to learn English. Paul, squadron leader's brilliant. Has anybody had the Sheraton's first ball yet? You can't go wrong with squadron leader. It is a really good blend. I couldn't tell you, Tim. I've never used a Kindle for watching YouTube. Funnily enough, I could do with another tin of squadron leader. Like, I think the problem is because it's so easy to get it in the UK. That I'm tending to sort of get stuff that's not easily available here because I know I can just go into the local tobacconists and pick that up any time. It's the Jennings Cocker Hoop. It's part of the Marston's Brewery. Really nice if you can get it. B&M Bargains. Or you might find it in Aldi as well. It's really nice. Alright, Tim. I think you can get it on draft. I know Red Elric was doing a tour of the some Marston's pubs, and he was on a mission to find it on draft. And I think he did find it in one of the pubs on one of his videos because we were talking about it on video. So he went out on a mission to find it on draft. So yeah, I think you can get it, but it's very rare. It's not like a one that's easily available. I probably have, Paul, but I couldn't tell you which one. Cabby's mixture is a vapour, so that's got Virginia and Perique, so... But that's a really nice one, Paul, if you can get it. What's that black flake like? See, I'm pretty lucky because I haven't smoked a lot of the Dunhill blends, so I'm really interested in trying the full range of the Sheratons, except the Elizabethan mixture, because I really could not get away with that. So I'm thinking of giving the other ones a try. What cigar leaf do you use, Suffolk? Do you just buy a cigar and break it up and mix it in? Yeah, you should buy the Chinchillero cigars, and I think it's about 10 grams in a stick. And I've broken that up into a mixture for before, and it's not a bad smoke actually, because it's quite a mild cigar. It's not too overpowering. Alex, the triple X twist that I got. I mean, I got told to smoke it after a big meal, so I waited until I had a Sunday dinner, and it literally put us on my ass. Um, I smoked it up in the summer house, and you'd think I'd had 10 pints walking back to the house because I was so lightheaded with it. So I would imagine that the black twist would probably be the same, but it's such a lovely charcoal taste to it. Hi, Wildcats. Suffolk, it's actually how I got into pipe smoking. Um, I used to smoke the Romeo and Juliet number 2, and an old guy next to us used to stick the butt ends into his pipe and finish it off, so that's how I got into it. Take care, Bulldog. Look after yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. Where am I from, Wildcats? I'm just outside of Durham City in the northeast of England. Excuse me. I used to smoke cigars a lot because I used to travel to Portugal a lot. And I used to be able to pick up 25 Romeo and Juliets for about €75. And I priced a box on a UK site a couple of weeks ago, and it was neck end of £300. So I got a bit of a shock. I am thinking about trying the factory seconds and getting some over from America and give them a try. I do miss the cigars, I must admit. As much as I like the pipe, I think for a special occasion, Christmas Day, that type of thing, I do enjoy a cigar. Yeah, I think Cup of Joe's do. I think it's like a pack of 20 factory seconds for something less than $40. So, Paul, that's a hard question. Favorite latakia? I love pirate cake. I must admit. Um, but there's so many out there. Balkan Sicini is a really nice smoke. I'm getting into the plum pudding at the moment. 10 Russians is nice. Mississippi Mud is absolutely heaven on earth. And I know there's so many out there that I haven't even tried yet. So, but yeah, I think for me it would definitely be up there with pirate cake. Right. Take care, Ralph. Thanks for stopping by. Suffolk, have you tried the first bowl yet? Which has replaced the early morning pipe. It's actually not bad. Just when we were talking about Squadron Leader, I was just thinking that I think it's not too far off sort of being a similar thing. I'll definitely have to get another tin of Squadron Leader and do a compare, I think. It's not a bad smoke. The Sheraton's first bowl, it's a replacement for the Dunhill blends. Well, that's going to be an easy one, Wildcats. I'm actually drinking a cock a hoop, a pale ale. Really nice. That's okay, mate. No need to apologise. We're all human at the end of the day. Yeah, it is really nice, Mark. Very nice. Too nice. We're going to a pub tomorrow. It's not far from where we live, but they've got their own microbrewery. And the problem is it's really good stuff, but it catches up on you really quick. You can be sat there fine 1 minute, and then all of a sudden you find yourself you're walking home with one eye closed because you've got double vision. So you've got to watch what you're doing. But I'm really looking forward to going tomorrow. This does as well, yeah. It's one of those ones where it sneaks up on you. I was comparing the Squadron Leader with the Sheraton's first bowl, which is the replacement to the Dunhill's early morning pipe. But because I haven't got no Squadron Leader at the moment, it reminds us of that. But what I might have to do is next time I get a tin, I'll actually sit down and try to do a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, Jimmy, about the factory seconds, I think they use sort of the wrap and leaves, like you say, it's not as smooth as what obviously you pay for the good quality cigars. But I think the tobacco that's inside is still pretty much a good quality. It's just the wrappings are a bit more, like you say, they're like veiny and they're a bit rough and ready. So it's probably the cigar wrap and leaf that's not good for top quality Havanas or whatever. So they just basically wrap them up in them and sell them off cheap and cheerful. I suppose at the end of the day, I mean, I've not heard any bad reports about them when I've looked on sort of their review sites. They still say that they're a good smoke and they burn quite evenly. Glenfiddich, nice. Hiya Phil, how's things? Cheers mate. Right. I think, to be quite honest with you, I just want to sort of have some in my humidor so I can, every once in a while, if I do fancy a cigar, I can get one rather than sort of spending a lot of money on top quality cigars, which I won't really get round to as much. Yeah, you're probably right. I suppose it's like buying pipe tobacco and jarring it, really. If you've got them and you look after them and keep them in a good storage area, it's like any tobacco. It'll just get better with age. Hi, Gig Piper. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend? I'm good, thanks, mate. Are you? It's Friday, the weekend's starting. Can't complain at that. Yeah, don't blame you, Phil. Nothing serious, Suffolk. Lewis, how's the leather stuff coming on? Your birthday, Thomas. Very nice gig, Piper. I've not looked for it, Kirk. I couldn't tell you. Well, that's not good, Suffolk. I hope not too bad, mate. Thomas, I'm drinking whiskey older than you, mate. And I've actually got whiskey in there that's older than 30 as well. Well, happy birthday. Here's to you, mate. I hope you have a great one. I know to be 22 again, eh? I'll probably still do the same stupid shit that I did then. Are you getting a new pipe, Thomas? You're welcome, Paul. $22, eh? Jesus. Yeah, probably would, yeah. I'd dread to think if they had Facebook or YouTube when I was 22 years old. My God, I wouldn't dare show my face again. Very nice, Thomas. I've told you, mate, you've got really good taste for a young lad. You know your stuff. Well, I'm the big half century in July this year. Looking forward to it, but in the same breath I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Have you got anything planned, Phil? It's really nice to see younger guys though actually smoking pipes. It's nice that, to know that the tradition is still going. Watch this space, Phil. You never know. I've got a horrible feeling I'm on night shift on the pipe show and I'm not going to make it, which will be annoying. I don't know, do you feel that pipe smoking's making a bit of a comeback? Because since I started last year, I've noticed a lot more people actually smoking cigars now. Yeah, smoking pipes, I mean. When I've been going to the Cuban Cigar Club, the amount of younger people who's been in there smoking a pipe, as opposed to sort of vaping or cigarettes. I don't know, is it one of those sort of like, it's making a comeback like shell suits? Could you imagine if they came back again? Hope not. Yeah, I don't trust those vaping, like. I think because cigarettes are becoming so expensive and like, you're having a lot more problems with, like you say, smoking in public places. I think people are feeling a bit more experimental towards a pipe because they're sort of in their own home. So there's not that stigmata of feeling like an old fart when you're out in the street and smoking a pipe. You know, you always expect somebody who's sort of in their 60s or 70s, you know, like a granddad type thing. It's like everywhere, mate. I mean, it's that sort of like little community of guys standing around having a cigar and a pipe or whatever. It's definitely going. Suffolk, I never wore one in the 90s and I'm certainly not wearing one now, that's for sure. Shell suits, Jesus, who thought that one up? I think any form of smoking gigs should be an enjoyable experience. I think the problem with cigarettes is that it's more of the nicotine hit and that, you know, oh, I'm freaking out, I need this to calm us down type thing, whereas cigarettes are just more of a quick fix, whereas cigars and pipes, you know, you've got to really put aside a good hour to just sit there and really appreciate it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. That's what I try to say to some guys when we're on about uh, smoking pipes. I said it's just not something you can go outside on a 10-minute break and, you know, have a quick go at it, because it's not. It's something that's got to be sort of sat down, enjoyed, and basically have a nice chilled out, relaxing time. Yeah, Phil, we'll have to all grow our tashes and curly perms back. It certainly does, Alex. I tell you what, it's been a godsend for me in this last year. Calm down, lad. I hate the Scouse accent, by the way. Yeah, that's right, Thomas. Little Hamlet cigar or something like that's great. That's what I like about the conservatory, because it's quite dark in here. So when I come in here on a night, sort of when Karen's watching the soaps, that type of thing, I can just come in here and, you know, sort of catch YouTube videos and chill out, and it really gets me calmed down and sort of, you know, if I've had a bad day or whatever, and I think I've found that since I've been smoking a pipe, I do sleep a lot better as well. I tell you what, it's Suffolk, it's so hard to find them now. I used to like the King Edwards, and I got a big shock because I hadn't smoked any for quite a while. And the other Christmas, I thought, oh, I'll go and get a box of five for over Christmas. It was like £20 for five, and I nearly shit. I was like, my God, you having a laugh? You know, so as you can imagine, I didn't get them. I look at some cigars and I think to myself, I could buy a bottle of scotch for that. So is it really worth sort of spending £25 on a Romeo and Juliet when I can go out and get sort of a nice bottle of whiskey for that? If you've got Talisker on special offer in Tesco's or something like that for about £25, I think, well, I'd probably get more enjoyment out of the bottle of whiskey than I would out of 1 hour's smoke of the Romeo and Juliet cigar. So it's sort of like it's about the economics now, I suppose. It's like, well, yeah, it is nice if you can go out and just burn £25 on one cigar, but I think for like a longer lasting experience, that's probably why the pipe tobacco is definitely the in thing, really. Exactly. I mean, a tin of pipe tobacco could last you a week. I mean, I was averaging when I was doing me one pipe, one tin. I was sort of having a couple of bowls a day, so a 50 gram tin was lasting us about a week. So for £15 for a week, that's not bad really, when you think about it. I know we all bitch and moan about how much tobacco costs and everything, but when you actually think how long it'll last you, it is still quite a good price really. Yeah, I've seen the Toscano cigars in the Cuban Cigar Club. I think it was about £20 for, was it 4 or 5? I need to have a look next time I'm in. Are you alright, Doc? Oh, definitely, Thomas. I mean, when you think about it, I don't really know what a packet of cigarettes costs in the UK at the moment. I think the last time I looked, it was about £5.70 for 20. It's probably a lot more now. And you think when some people can smoke 40 a day, I mean, that's like, it's just unbelievable. I keep just, I keep seeing them, Phil, but I've never got round to getting a pack yet. Well, that's good news, Doc. So come on, share it with us. What's the good news? Alex, serious, £9 for a packet of fags. Sorry, cigarettes. Jesus wept. £9. So when you think about it, £15 for a 50 gram tin of tobacco for a pipe is nothing really when you think about it. Well, that's good news, Doc. I was hoping to get my delivery today, but it looks like it's tomorrow now. I was wanting to do a yabo while Eric the Blue Collar Piper's away on holiday, so I might sneak that one in. Oh God, yeah, Suffolk, that's a long time ago, yeah. For what I can remember. Well, good on you, Thomas, because I really could not get away with that. I got a sample pouch last year when I first started smoking the pipe again, and I wasn't too keen on it, but I thought I would get a tin one day to give it another go, and I ended up giving it away. I just really could not get away with it. Yeah, you're right there, Alex. Well, I've never actually purchased anything from Smoking Pipes, so I couldn't answer that question, Geek. Might be a few others on here who might be able to help you with that one. Yeah, it's not too, but it's, yeah, when you think about it, it's the lung cancer is dropping, but the cirrhosis of the liver is rising. So it's, well, how can you compare? I mean, we were talking about the stupid pictures that they put on the tins of tobacco of babies with a cigarette stuck in the dummy, or somebody's, lung hanging out the side and things like that. And I keep thinking, well, when are we going to see an obese child on our Greg's sausage roll wrapper or something stupid like that, or maybe a nice big picture on the bonnet of your car of a nice gruesome car crash? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, there's something out there that's going to kill you. And some of the packaging on these tobacco tins is just grotesque and revolting, and it's just not doing anything whatsoever to put people off. Geek Pipe, if you're going to order from Cup of Joe's, if you put something in the comments about custom friendly label, what they do is they actually get one of the employees' address on the label, so it comes out and there's no markings whatsoever that it's coming from a tobacco company. Well, exactly, there's your McDonald's. When you're going to see a nice photograph of somebody with the guts hanging out, or, a gastric band going in,